Charlotte, thanks for having me.
No problem. So there's been a lot of speculation about what a Donald Trump presidency could mean for precious metals, and it's only increased since he was inaugurated recently. So what should investors be worried about a Trump presidency? Should they be excited or maybe neither?
All three.
Okay.
They should be excited, they should be upset, and they should be neutral. And I'm not trying to be funny, although hopefully that's a bit humorous, but I think from a resource perspective, I'll stay consistent. Mines and Money has asked a similar question, and that's kind of a sector that is going to be a need, not a want. So the resource sector is pretty independent of Trump. He might do a little bit more leniency toward the mining sector in general. I've had questions addressed to me personally. We'll probably be addressing that in the future in the Morgan report, but right now I have to kind of wait and see. As far as the negative side, yeah. I mean, there's good and bad about everything in life, including whoever the president is. And as far as neutrality, I think that's a good place to stay right now. Kind of taking a wait and see, show me, don't tell me kind of an attitude. That's my attitude right now.
Okay, so are there other factors that might have a bigger influence on precious metals?
Yeah, there's a bigger influence, and that's supply and demand and the overall economic conditions, not only in the United States, but on the globe as a whole.
Okay. So you're known for being a precious metals expert at the Morgan report, but it covers other commodities as well. Can you tell me what other commodities you'll be watching closely this year?
Yeah, just kind of a brief history. I mean, we were the first in the rare earth element space. We wrote about it before anybody else. I was very early on the cobalt story. We've written moly, lithium. And in the next issue of the Morgan report, which will be February 2017, we're looking at what we call the energy metals. We're looking at cobalt, we're looking at lithium, we're looking at vanadium, I should say. Probably do a piece on rhodium in a month or two. So, the reason I rebranded the Morgan report, Charlotte, as you know, is it's not just silver that we look at.
Of course. So there's lots of different commodities to look at. There's lots of different companies. How can investors best allocate their portfolios? Do you recommend like X% in stocks, X% in physical metal?
Absolutely, I do recommend X% in physical, X% in stocks, and within the stock sector, top tier, mid tier, and speculative situations. And that's all outlined in How to Use the Morgan Report, which is a PDF file that we update every year or two to develop an approach that mitigates your risk, helps you maximize your profits, and lets you sleep at night, because this is a very volatile sector. So there isn't a one-size-fits-all, but there is an outline of how to do it, and then you can kind of choose if you're aggressive or not aggressive, how to adjust it for you personally. And I talk about age and investing experience. So depending on age, experience, and risk tolerance, you can kind of take those general parameters and kind of fine-tune them. But there's no perfect for anybody.
Okay. Do you think you could give me kind of a breakdown if you're an older, risk-averse person, what kind of profile would you have?
Sure. I say right in How to Use the Morgan report that the older you are, the more you want to favor physical metal, because it's more stable and there's less volatility. The younger you are, the more aggressive you are, then the more you can take on, like, let's say, exploration companies. Because if you lose in those and you're young and you're still working, you obviously can make back the money and try it again. But the older you get, the less risk you want to take. So that's the general outline.
Okay, so that makes sense. Now, this time when we were here last year, we talked about your new royalties company. Do you want to tell me where you're at with that right now?
Sure. Lemuria Royalties, the best thing to do is go on the website, lemuriaroyalties.com. And we just issued a press release about a week ago, so thanks for asking. We have raised more money. We still have our first royalties situation that's already been done with one of the majors. And we have gone through about 3 very close deals. I was in Stockholm about a month ago, nice and cold, talking to somebody from Russia with a very interesting PGM situation, but it wasn't advanced enough for us to be comfortable with it. So we are working hard. We haven't got any more results to show you, but we've got good faith in our investors. I met with the investment pool so far, most of them face-to-face, and so far so good.
Okay, you're being very discerning, it sounds like.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.